wing, our number 23, Glacier Bears. We go into our left, the Wrangell Wolves to the right. First quarter action here. Official steps in, ball's up, going to be controlled by the Glacier Bears. Boron stops, puts up the shot, a little bit too strong and goes out of bounds as it went over the back of the glass and out of bounds. So the Wolves get the basketball to start with. Out at the top now. Nothing going, however, as Harding will go left-hand side over to Martinson. Long three-pointer by Easterly, but it's going to go out of bounds off one of the Glacier Bears. She just squared right up. Nobody picked her up. She fired up that long three. It looks like Martinson will inbound, looking. Oh, breaking right down the lane, up and in. Oh, nice bucket that time as Helen Decker got the inside position and easily got that left-handed lay-in out of it. That was a nice inbounds play by the Wrangell Wolves. Williamson out to the side, going to be a travel on it. She tried to go down inside to Haddock off that block, but wasn't able to get it there. Traveled before she passed the ball. Back out to Martinson. She'll handle the ball for the Wolves. They go right-hand side. Long three by Harding, but it comes off, and Rain Wing comes away with the board on the left-handed dribble. Now she'll keep it up, and going down and fouling is Easterly. That'll be her first personal foul. Tried to come in and make the steal on that left-handed dribble by Wing. Looking, can't find anybody. Haddock looks, finally gets it into Boron. Stops, comes back out. She wants to put up the shot. Nice defense. Good hustle there by Williamson. Now she's going to be called for the travel as she goes down to both knees and then spun around, and of course that's going to be a travel every time. Martinson will get the ball back into Harding. Harding will handle it. Now back to Martinson. Martinson show top at the top of the key. Glacier Bears 2-3 zone defense. They go inside to Decker. Stop. Spin move. Left-handed hook. Up and in. No rebound. Comes back down the hands of Haddock. And tried to reach inside was Gerald. And she's going to be whistled for the foul. So 2 quick fouls on the Wrangell Wolves. And now the Wolves are going to put on some full court pressure here. So it's going to be a man-to-man pressure. Yeah, it is. They say they go back inside. Stolen by Easterly. Over to the hands of Harding, up and in. As the ball bounced around a couple of times, and Harding was in the right place at the right time. Got the easy hoop out of it. Now they lead by 4. Wing kicks the ball back out. Martinson steps up and makes the steal. It's a 2-on-1 break. Haddock is down. Martinson keeps going. Loses control. Double dribble on it. And it's going to be Glacier Bear basketball here on the double dribble. We're going to take a timeout here. It's going to be a 30-second timeout here as Wrangell, the first 2 opportunities down the court here, were able to go inside and put up some shots. And then the Glacier Bears picking up the basketball, coming down the first 2 times down. No pressure, and now they come out with a lot of full court pressure the Wrangell Wolves had. So the Glacier Bears are going to have to make an adjustment to be able to handle that, as the Wolves were all over the place. 2 quick fouls. Gerald and Easterly both picked up fouls. Coach, I was watching Coach Brown, and she said, I could hear her talking to herself, I guess. But anyway, she says, you can't do that. Those are wide open, easily called fouls. You're not going to gain anything. All right, it's going to be Glacier Bear basketball. Haddock goes back inside to Boron. Boron spins all the way down to Williamson. She chases it down, finally catches the ball, and on the dribble looks for Boron over to the side, goes through her hands, but she gets it back. She wanted the shot, however, didn't get it, and now she's going to be called for the travel. As Williamson hustled down the court on that, they had the shot. She just couldn't get there. Wrangell got back on defense real quick, did a nice job. And anyway, Martinson out at the top. Glacier Bears still that 2-3 though. They go over to the right-hand side to Easterly. She goes inside, puts it up and in as she had a nice head fake. Got the gal moving and just took one dribble and got the lay in. Ball's bouncing around and it's going to go to the Glacier Bears off of, I think it's going to be off of Decker. Glacier Bears under full court man-to-man pressure now by the Wrangell Wolves. Glacier Bears were able to break it last time. Now this time they hustle down and no real pressure as soon as they got the ball back in. Boron goes right-hand side to Williamson. She wanted the baseline. Good defense, however, by Easterly. She didn't give it to her. Back to Boron. Forced up the shot. Partially checked. Stop. Puts a shot from 6 a little bit too strong. Rebound comes down into the hands of Carney, who checked into the ball game. Martinson puts up the shot. Missed it, however. As a nice rebound by Easterly. She came down with that one. They went hard to the hoop. Going to be a foul on one of the Glacier Bears. And we are going to the line. The foul's going to be on 23 of the Glacier Bears.
Glacier Bears got 5 turnovers already. Wrangell only has 1.
Yep. Oh, it didn't take too long here for it to happen. This one's shot is good by Martinson. She gets it to go, and she picks up her first point of the evening, and that first one comes from the free throw line. Second one's on its way, and this one is good. She picks 2 of them up from the line there. Quickly down the court, long cross-court pass stolen away by Gerald. Back over to Decker. Nice ball movement that goes to Easterly on the left-handed dribble. Back to Decker. Three-pointer on the way. Now there's going to be a foul on it. Haley Boron comes out and tries to block her out, but it's going to be a foul on Haley, and she picks up her first personal foul. And that's going to send Helen Decker to the free throw line. She's going to get 3 chances out of this. And off the front of the rim, just a bit short on that first one. Second one in, rolls around, bounces around, still doesn't go. So Helen usually is a pretty good free throw shooter. Those looked like they were going to go, but just not quite there, and she's going to get a third. They lead now 8-0. Now she gets one to go finally, and she picks up her 3rd point of the evening. Still that full court pressure. Oh, knocked away by Harding, but it goes out of bounds. And looks like the Glacier Bears are going to inbound the ball. Haddock has the ball now. Looking, still can't get in. Now she gets off to Boron on the dribble. Now the Wolves drop back real fast off of it. And Boron will keep the ball on the right-hand side. 5:25 to go here in the first quarter of play. 9-0 the score. Backs to Boron, looking, still can't find anybody. Now there's going to be a 5-second call on it here. I guess the foul's going to be on Harding, actually. It was away from the ball, so Harding's going to pick up her first personal foul. Boron with the ball, looking, gets the ball back into Whittemore. Whittemore, who checked into the ball game there. So Whittemore out at the top, takes the dribble to the right-hand side. Martinson puts some pressure on. Whittemore spins around, still can't find anybody to go. Nothing going. It's going to be a 5-second count. And Whittemore was just surrounded. She's the shortest gal on the court, but nobody came to really help her out. She just was stuck with the basketball, and then, of course, the 5-second count started, so she turns the ball back over. Harding will have the ball, looks inside, can't find anybody, goes left side to Easterly. Easterly with the right-hand dribble, comes back out to Harding. Three-pointer on the way, boom, and it's good. Well, Harding got that one to go easily. As she squares up, she is a good 3-point shooter. Pass stolen away by Easterly as she drifted back and recognized the pass, made it back to Harding. Alley-oop inside to Easterly. Shot up and in as Easterly gets another easy hoop out of it, and the Glacier Bears are down 14-0 right now. Comes back outside to the right-hand side, looking as Williamson can't find anybody, and now coming back out to help her out is Haddock. Haddock looks down inside, man-to-man pressure by the Wrangell Wolves. They try to go inside to Wheeler, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Gerald. And coming off the bench is number 14. That'll be Carney checking into the ball game. And for the Glacier Bears, also coming off the bench is Thomas. So Boron's going to take a quick seat. Haddock with the ball, goes right-hand side to Thomas. Thomas out the side on the dribble, can't find anybody right off, stops, gives up her dribble, however, spins back, finally gets the ball out to Whittemore. Whittemore goes deep into that corner. On the dribble is Thomas out. The left-hand dribble stops, fires up to 3, a little too strong. Fight for it underneath. Harding comes away with it, gets the ball back off to Carney, back to Harding. Harding's going to slow things down now as the Glacier Bears drop back into their defense. 3:45 to go. Martinson jumper from just inside the 3-point arc. A bit short, and a whistle on the play. Fouls 1-0. That'll be Harding. That'll be her second personal foul. She got into foul trouble. I was watching the game on the internet last weekend, and I know Harding got into foul trouble early in that game too. Comes back inside to Wheeler. Wheeler still on the dribble. Goes to the right-hand side, dropping back, putting in good defense. Shot by Thomas, off the back of the iron, no. Rebound comes back down to Decker. She gives up the ball back to Martinson. She'll bring it across the half-court line. Wrangell leads 14-0 right now. Martinson goes back inside to Gerald. She's going to be fouled by Haddock as Gerald turned to put the lay in, and Haddock came strong across the tide, and it is going to be on her, and that'll be her first personal foul. 44 coming off the bench. And Easterly will be back into the ball game, and Harding's going to have to take a seat with those 2 personal fouls. Okay, going to be Martinson with the basketball for the Wolves. They go back inside to Decker. Stops, puts up the shot, draws the foul, and gets the bucket. So she got good inside position, moved around, got the foul and the bucket. The foul's going to be on Haddock, and that'll be her second personal foul. She did a nice job, Helen did there, getting good position on the inside. Nice easy pass, and she just was able to lay it up and in. This one is nothing but net. She picks up her 6th point. She is 2 for 4 from the free throw line. Glacier Bears still feeling a little bit of pressure. Now the Wrangell Wolves drop back. Far right-hand side on the dribble. Thomas comes down. Nothing going here, and it's going to go off of one of the Wrangell Wolves. So it'll be Glacier Bear basketball under their hoop. Haddock with the basketball, sets up left-hand side. 3 minutes, 9 seconds to go in the first quarter. They go back inside of Thomas, but it's knocked out of bounds again by one of the Wrangell Wolves. I think it was Easterly that got a hand on it. Setting it up on the left-hand side, looking. Back to Thomas, stops, spins around, rebound, ball bouncing all over, going to go out of bounds off of one of the Glacier Bears. I think it was probably Whittemore. So the Wrangell Wolves are going to inbound right here in front of their bench. And we got coming off the bench Fisher for the Glacier Bears. Martinson gets the ball back in. Easterly will handle it out at the top. Alley-oop inside to Decker. Moves, stops, spin. Little left-handed lay-in, nothing going. However, gets the rebound back as Gerald. She missed the easy bunny on it, but Wrangell comes away with the basketball. They come back inside to Decker. Stepping in front was Haddock. She gets the ball back off to Fisher. Now we're on the floor. Glacier Bears having a tough time control it. Haddock had the ball just for a second, but it looks like we're going to have a white basketball here right in front of the scorer's bench. 2:43 to go here in the first quarter. Haddock with the ball, gets the ball back into Thomas, Fisher, who almost loses the alley-oop all the way across the court, and out of bounds goes the ball. Going to be back to the Wrangell Wolves again. So the Wolves will have it at the half-court line. 2:38 to go here in this first quarter of play. Comes back inside. Nothing going, however, is Carney out. Martinson. Martinson, they over left-hand side. Oh, looking at the hoop as Easterly changed her mind. Now she drives inside. She's going to draw the foul if it's on number 1, White. So I thought it was, for a minute, it was going to be on Haddock. That would have been her third one. That would have been a tough one. And looks like the Glacier Bears are going to take a quick timeout here. Let's see what it's going to be. It's going to be a full timeout. So with the Wrangell Wolves leading 17-0, we're going to turn it back to the KSTK studios. We'll be back in 1 minute. And welcome back to Glacier Bear basketball. Wrangell first quickly out of the timeout. Glacier Bears are the ones that took the timeout. So they're going to have down. We're going to have Easterly at the free throw line. She has not been there. 4 points so far tonight. She's going to get a couple shots out of it here, however. It's up on its way. Looks good and is. Nice rotation on that. Just come right around. You can see it from here. For our vantage point. Looks like Haddock's going to come out of the game. Boron will check back in for the Glacier Bears. Easterly Shot's on its way. Looks nothing but net on it, so she picks up 2 from the free throw line. She's got 6. Glacier Bears get the ball back into Boron. Boron's on the dribble on the left-hand side. Gives up her dribble. Still not across the 10-second line. Now she gets it across to Williamson. Williamson takes the left-handed dribble. Spin move back. Nothing going. Back out to Fisher. Fisher comes around hard to the hoop. Back to Whittemore. Over to Boron. Boron stops. Three-pointer on the way. Going to be short. Bouncing around. Wheeler comes up with it. Throws it over her head and goes out of bounds. Wheeler got the nice board on it, but she was too far up under the bucket. Couldn't do anything with it. Had to throw it back out. Nobody there to catch it. Goes out of bounds. Emma Martinson with the basketball. She handles it. Goes left-hand side to Easterly. Alley-oop inside to Decker. Back to Easterly and through the hands of Easterly. And a nice play by Fisher. She came away with that ball, anticipating the pass, and got it back. She goes to the left-hand side to Williamson. Williamson takes a couple dribbles to Boron. Just inside the three-point arc, and the shot's a little bit short and goes out of bounds. Ball goes back to the Wolves. Glacier Bears are getting some looks. Just can't get anything to drop right now. Martinson with the ball, across the half-court line, stops, gives up the dribble, goes right-hand side to Gerald, doesn't look down inside. Martinson breaking away, had the nice little lay-in, but I don't think Gerald saw her. Now reverse back around is Carney. She kicks the ball back, and she's going to be whistled for the travel. She went down inside, but boy, Martinson was wide open that time, just didn't see her in time. It's going to be Glacier Bear basketball under their hoop. Checking into the ball game was Jobbins for the Glacier Bears. Looking, Fisher. Now she finally gets it in, but Gerald steps inside. Reverses back, makes the steal. Back, nice pass over to Easterly, coming down the lane, back to Decker. Nobody there. Decker stops, puts up the shot from the left hand, up and in. Helen Decker got inside, made a nice little move through, got the easy bucket out of it, and was able to draw the foul. Foul's going to be on number 5. That'll be Haley Boron. That'll be her second foul. So Haddock and Boron, 2 gals that handle the ball a lot for the Glacier Bears, 2 fouls each. Harding has 2 fouls for the Wolves. Shots on its way, rolls around, doesn't go, misses that opportunity, but had a great chance for it though. Comes back down, goes all the right-hand side on the baseline. Good defense by the Wolves, didn't give it to her, however. And they come back out to Jobbins. She reverses around to Fisher. Fisher held the ball, dribbled, held the ball, dribbled again. Fisher standing right there. 59 seconds to go here in this first quarter of play. And looks like, Haley Bourne's got a tire shoe. Now she does. Officials wait for her. Glacier Bears back on defense again. Martinson with the basketball. Takes a couple of dribbles down the lane. Nothing going. Martinson tries to get around. Tapped out of her bounds. And she goes down hard there. Kind of limping a little bit here. And back down to Fisher. Stops. Comes back down. Martinson almost makes the steal. Goes over. Shot by Jobbins a little bit short. Fight for the rebound. Jobbins comes away with it. Hits Haley Boron in the feet. 35 seconds to go here in this first quarter of play. Boron on the dribble. Still loses it. Spin move. Tried to put up the shot. Going to go out of bounds off of one of the Wrangell Wolves. Coming off the bench will be Bollensag. She'll come in. Martin's just going to take a quick seat. She just got bounced real hard, but she didn't really want to come out, but she is out now. All right. Looking, Fisher still can't find anybody. Now there's a 5-second call on it. That was good defense by the Wrangell, the Wolves there. They just didn't give any open lanes for anybody to make a pass. Looks like Cook's coming off the bench for the Glacier Bears. 27 seconds to go, and looks like Fisher or Thomas will take a quick seat. 24 seconds to go. Out at the top, Carney with the dribble now. Cook comes out, puts a little bit of pressure on Carney. Spin move back. Goes left-hand side to Bollensag, back outside. Easterly goes down the lane, forces up the shot, up and in. As she went up hard, got good position, went hard to the hoop, was able to get the easy bucket. And out at the top, dribbling down the lane is Wheeler. Kicks the ball back out, partially checked. And there's a whistle on it. The ball was checked on the shot, so it's not going to be a foul. We're going to end this first quarter of play with the Wrangell Wolves coming away with 23 points. Haines Glacier Bears have yet to get on the book at 0. We'll turn it back to KSTK for 1 minute. We'll be back in 1 minute. call a quarter. And welcome back to Glacier Bear basketball here. Wrangell Wolves just having their way with the Haines Glacier Bear gals here. They lead 23-0. Glacier Bears had a few opportunities, some shots, just couldn't get anything to go, but tons and tons of turnovers for the Glacier Bears, unfortunately. Shooting percentages, well, 50% from the field for the Wolves, so you can't beat that. Going to be Wolves basketball, far side of the court. Carney will hand the ball out at the top. Goes right-hand side, checking into the ball game. Was number 30. That was Early. She came into the ball game. Lots of subs by both teams here now. Early with the dribble. Stop, spin move. Wanted the shot. Didn't get it. However, goes up and in as they work the ball nicely around and went into Olsen, who got 2 points off of it. Nice position there as she got her man on her back and then was able to get the easy lay-in out of it. Out to Boron. Boron takes the dribble to the left-hand side. Still with dribbling live. A little bit of pressure being applied. Nothing, however, as they go to Williamson. Goes inside. Back inside. Williamson puts up the shot just a bit short. Rebound fought for. Boron comes with it. She wanted the shot. Couldn't get it. Shot goes up on its way. A little bit too strong by Williamson. Rebound comes back down to the hands of Carney. She'll bring it across. Just beginning second quarter action here. Back out at the top, working around is Early, goes to the hoop, gets around her man. Rebound comes back up and in as Olsen got the good inside position and got the offensive rebound and put it up and in. Comes back down, going to be a whistle on one of the Wrangell Wolves. 3-0, that'll be Early, that'll be her first personal foul. Haddock's coming back into the ball game now for the Glacier Bears. 6:50 to go here in the first half of play. All right, Haddock will inbound the basketball. They'll set it up on the left-hand side, looking for Boron. Boron comes around. She looks up the court. Long down court pass to Cook. A little too far ahead of her and goes out of bounds as Cook just wasn't able to catch up with that pass. Boron had the right idea, but they would have had a 3-on-1 break, just couldn't get the ball in the hands of one of her Glacier Bear teammates. And they'll bring the ball slowly. Carney goes to the right-hand side, gets around Cook, comes around. Boron's going to be whistled for the foul as she stepped out, didn't get herself in position. That's going to be her third personal foul. As going hard to the hoop is Carney on that one. And now we have Jobbins checking back into Williamson coming back into the ball game. And Boron's going to take a seat. 17 fouls on the Glacier Bears, so 1-and-1 opportunity now for the Wolves. Carney at the line. This one's on its way a little bit too hard off the glass. Rebound comes underneath, however, nicely taken by Gerald. She comes back out to the top. Can't find anybody. Finds Early. Comes back out to Carney. Carney looked down. Then back to Early. Early wanted the baseline. Good defense. They go back into Olsen. Turn. Going to draw the foul again. And it looks like it's going to be on Haddock if it is. Olsen gets good position on the inside. And that is going to be her, and that'll be her third personal foul. And looks like Wing's going to come off the bench for the Glacier Bears here. That'll send Olsen to the line, and boy, that one is nothing but net as she put it up and in, and she's got 5 points in the ball game. Did a nice job. I mean, that was high up in the air, and looks like Coach Brown of the Wolves wants to take a 30-second timeout. So they do here. We're still going to be back at the free throw line here. So 30-second timeout. Both teams get a chance to talk it over here a bit. But coming off the bench, doing a nice job is Olsen. She's getting position down low on that block on the right-hand side. They give her a nice pass down low, a nice little bounce pass there. She's able to give a head fake one way or the other, and she's had a couple of nice buckets out of it. Haddock picked up her third personal on that, too.
Yeah, turnovers are really hurting the Glacier Bears. It's 3-1 turnovers.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure Wrangell was put a lot of pressure on all the time. Glacier Bears have a tough time handling the ball here. That's going to send Olsen back to the free throw line again. She has 5 points in the ball game. This one's on its way. This one is going to be way short. A little bit, doesn't even get to the rim, so Glacier Bears are going to get the basketball. No pressure being applied by the Wolves now. Cook out at the top. She'll bring it across the half-court line. Comes out. Olsen puts some pressure on Cook. She keeps the dribble alive. Comes around the right-hand side. Gives a nice little bounce pass to Williamson deep in that right-hand corner. Good defense by Kearney, however. Wheeler takes a move inside. Puts up the shot. No, she changed her mind. Back to Wing. Wing stops. Puts it up a little bit too strong. Rebound down to the hands of Kearney. She looks up. Can't find anybody, so she'll bring it across the half-court line on the left-handed dribble. Comes around. Still nobody picks her up. Now she goes to Gerald. Gerald out at the stop, kicks the ball back out. Nothing going here as Balsag takes it on the right end. Nobody picks up, goes hard to the hoop, gets it up a little bit short. Rebound comes back down into the hands of Olsen, who had nice position. And Jade had a nice lane to the hoop. Nobody there, just shot it a bit strong. But Olsen picks it up and picks up another bucket. Shot this time in and out, no. As Wing put it up. Cook comes away with the rebound for the Glacier Bears. Back out to Wing. Shot's a little bit short. Still doesn't go. Rebound comes back down to Olsen. And she gets the ball back off to Early. Early brings it across the half-court line. Goes to the right-hand side to Jade Balsang. Nothing going here. Comes back out. Kearney will set the offense now for the Wolves. Looking down on that low block. Takes the left-hander, gets around her man, puts up the left-handed shot. And went hard to the hoop. Puts it up with that left hand. Fouls on number 23. That'll be Rain Wing. That'll be her first personal foul. 4:49 to go here in the first half of play. Now that's Wing's second personal foul. I knew I was missing a foul somewhere because it didn't come to that total. Shot by Kearney, bounces, still doesn't go. Hit just about every part of the rim, but still couldn't drop in. And who's coming into the ball game now for the Glacier Bears? Thomas comes into the game for the Glacier Bears. Kearney's yet to score. 2 chances from the free throw line. This one looks good and is, so she picks up her first point from the free throw line. Cook brings it up across the half-court line on the dribble. Olsen has some pressure. Man-to-man defense by the Wolves out at the top. Cook keeps it alive. Wants to go inside to Wheeler. Stepping in front is Gerald. Kicks the ball back out to Olsen. Olsen's going to be whistled for dragging her pivot foot. She turned around and looked down there. Saw she had 2 red jerseys on that left-hand side. Couldn't make up her mind which one to pass it. And by that time, it was too late. She was dragging her foot. Wheeler gets the ball back into Wing for the Glacier Bears. Wing gives up her dribble, stops, kicks the ball across. Nothing going, however, as they come across to Thomas. Thomas out at the top with the dribble. 4:20 to go here in the first half of play. Glacier Bears yet to score in the ball game. Thomas out at the top, kicks the ball back. Ooh, almost stolen away by Early, but comes across now. Stepping in front is Kearney. It's a 3-on-1 break. Kearney comes down. Pass goes over, shot up and in. Nicely goes up and in as the shot by Martinson. She lays it up and in. It was a nice pass by Kearney coming across and getting it right to the spot where she didn't have to take a dribble. All she had to do was lay it in. Thomas out at the top. Stops, kicks the ball to the right-hand side to Wing. Goes over to Cook. Cook looks inside, still with the dribble. Olsen puts the pressure on Cook. Spin move. Nothing going. We're on the floor. It's going to be tied up. Ball goes to the Glacier Bears. 3:42 to go here in the first half of play. Wing with the basketball. And Fisher comes off the bench for the Glacier Bears. Wing's coming out of the ball game. Bounce pass goes inside and through Williamson's hands and out of bounds on a little bounce pass, and it's going to go back to the Wrangell Wolves. And the Glacier Bears want to take a timeout here. Let's see what it's going to be. They haven't indicated yet. It's going to be a full timeout. So with 3:41 to go here in the first half of play, Wrangell Wolves with a commanding lead in the basketball game. We're going to turn it back to KSTK for 1 minute. We'll be back in 1 minute. And welcome back to the Glacier Bear basketball. Wrangell with the basketball, far side of the court. 3:41 to go here in this first half of play. Dribbling quickly down the court is Martin, and she spins around, however, nothing going. Now stops, kicks the ball back into Olsen. She puts it up just a bit short. Nice hustle, though, that time by Wheeler as she came away with the board for the Glacier Bears. Wheeler's on the dribble, gives it back out to Cook. Stops, kicks the ball right-hand side to Thomas. Thomas out at the top with the dribble. Now she goes right-hand side. Long three-pointer by Williamson, a little bit long, however, and comes right through Olsen's hands and goes out of bounds. So it's going to be Glacier Bear basketball under their hoop. Looking is Fisher. Looking, still can't find anybody. Now steps across, going to be knocked back out of bounds again by the Wolves as Martinson got a quick hand on it. And substitution, Jobbins comes into the game for the Glacier Bears, but who's coming out? Oh, it looks like Fisher's going to come out of the ball game. There they go, looking. Oh, they got the pass nice inside to Williamson. Turnaround jumper about 6, a little bit too strong. Rebound down to Martinson. She's quick on the dribble. She finally decides she can't control it, so she wisely did the right thing. She backed out, and now she'll set up the offense. They go back inside to Early. Early goes hard up to the hoop, doesn't go. Rebound comes back down. She gets her own board back and puts it up and in. Early going to pick up the foul on it. The bucket on that. And now she's going to the free throw line. Fouls on Wheeler. That'll be her first personal foul. Shot's on his way, and it's good. So Early goes to the free throw line, picks up one for there, and 3 points. So Glacier Bears back on offense again. Thomas stops, gives up her dribble. Still can't find anybody. Going to be a 5-second count now. She quickly gets just at the last second, was able to get away with it. Goes out to Williamson. She puts up the shot, up and in. So Avery Williamson gets the Glacier Bears on the board finally, 36-2. Goes left-hand side. Early takes the dribble. Stops. Puts up the shot. Going to be a little bit short. Taps it around. Who ends up with the basketball? Glacier Bears do. As Thomas came away with that rebound. And he goes over to Wheeler. Wheeler takes the dribble. Can't find anybody. Goes left-hand side to Jobbins. She tries to go back inside. Early puts some pressure on. Going to be a foul on one of the Wrangell Wolves here. I think they're going to give 2 shots. The foul is going to be on number 30. That'll be Early, and that'll be her second personal foul. And that's going to give Becca Wheeler a chance to get some free throws here for the Glacier Bears. 2 minutes, 6 seconds to go. This one is good. So she picks up another one from there. Coming off the bench, looks like Whittemore's coming into the ball game real quick for the Glacier Bears. Becca Wheeler gets her first 2 points of the game. She'll get a second. This one's on its way off the back of the iron. Rebound. Olsen comes away with it for the Wolves. Quick outlet pass to Martinson. Martins comes down. Stops. Puts up the shot a little bit short. Hustling down and getting the hoop is Olsen. Up and in. Boy, that was nice hustle by Ashley Olsen as she went full length of the court, hustled down, got over on that left-hand side when the shot was a little bit too strong. She was right there for the board. She did a nice job there, knew right where to go to get that basketball and then put it right up and in, and now she's going to be at the free throw line. She has 9 points, leading scorer for the Wolves right now. This one's a bit strong, and looks like Wheeler comes down with it for the Glacier Bears. She'll keep the dribble alive. Stops, spin move, comes back out to Jobbins. She looks, tries to go back inside to Wheeler. Spin move, back out to Avery Williamson. Can't find anybody. Now she's trapped in the corner. Good defense by Carney. Stepping in front, however, nicely was Early, and she gets it off to Olsen. She goes overside to Martinson. Stop jumper about 6, rolls around a little bit too strong, goes out of bounds. And it's going to be off of one of the Glacier Bears. Martinson will inbound the basketball for the Wolves under their hoop. They set it up on the right-hand side. Looking, get the ball back inside. Longson stops, dribble, wanted the shot, spin around. She's in the key, kicks the ball back out. Now, wait a minute, there's going to be a foul on it here that she was pushing on her. Let's see what the foul's going to be. It's going to send I think it's going to send Jade. The foul's going to be on number 3, Jobbins. That'll be her first personal foul. Now we're going to be shooting 2 shots here as the Glacier Bears are in the double bonus. And that'll put Early at the free throw line. 2 shots. She's 1 for 1. Make it 1 for 2. Is that one just a little bit too strong off to the right-hand side? Early has 3 points in the game so far. She'll get another chance here. This one's on its way. Looks good and is. She picks up her 4th point. And the Glacier Bears have the basketball. 1:20 to go here in the first half of play. Long cross-court pass. Williamson's able to control it, but then stepped out of bounds when she came down, and she can't be the first one to touch it again. And so anyway, she did. Ball goes back to the Wolves. 1:15 to go in this first half. Wolves, Martinson goes to the right-hand side. They go to Olsen. She puts it up a little bit too strong. Early comes down with a rebound, but there's going to be a foul on the play. As Early came away with the board, she's going to get 2 shots on it. Fouls on Thomas. That'll be her first personal foul. Glacier Bears are spreading fouls out all over the place. Early back at the free throw line. 2 for 3. Make it 2 for 4. But she's going to get a second here. Looks like Cook's coming back into the ball game. And Thomas will come out of the ball game. Another chance here for her. This one's up on its way. Looks good and is. So she's got 3 points from the free throw line, 5 points in the ball game so far. Brickley on the dribble. Whittemore almost loses it, gains it back, however, as Martinson puts some pressure. Whittemore comes across, bounces around, goes outside, shot by Williamson, in and out, no rebound, comes down to Olsen's egg. She kicked alley-oops all the way across to Olsen, who's hustling down but takes an extra step or 2. She is filling that left-hand lane, and nice pass by Jade. She just gave her a nice alley-oop, but had to take an extra step before she could get the ball down. 45 seconds to go, first half of play. Wrangell with a commanding lead in this one. Whittemore goes over to Cook. Cook stops, gives up the dribble, comes back inside, and to Williamson. She fires up the shot, a little bit too strong. Rebound, fought for underneath. Who's going to come up with it? Oh, nice Martinson. She hustles over. And you're breaking down the lane, but knocked away out of her bounds by Williamson, as Olsen was all alone by herself. But Williamson did a nice job of making the steal, getting the ball back for the Glacier Bears. 15 seconds to go here in the first half. And knocked out of bounds. Jade comes across. Lonside comes across and knocks it out of bounds with 12.7 seconds to go here in the first half of play. Looking. Williamson looks, gets the ball back into Whittemore on the dribble. 10 seconds to go. Whittemore comes across all the way to Williamson. 3-pointer on the way, a little too strong. Bounces around. Ends up in the hands. Oops. We're going to have a whistle. It's going to be on Whittemore here. So we're going to go down and shoot. And that's going to send Martinson to the free throw line. She's got 4 points in the ball game, 1 bucket, and 2 from the free throw line with 2.1 seconds to go in this first half of play. Bounces it a couple of times here, looking. It's on its way in and out. No, a little bit too strong. Hit the first part of the rim and then hit the back of the rim and bounced out. She'll get 2 shots. We're in the double bonus situation now for the Wolves. Looks, shots on its way. This one's in and out too. Rebound comes back down. And Williamson looked at the clock, realized she didn't have any time left on it. So we're going to end this first half of play with the Wrangell Wolves coming away with 40 points and the Haines Glacier Bears finishing that first half with only 3 points. So we're going to turn it back to the KSTK studios for about 9.5 minutes or so for second half action. Don't forget, tomorrow night we have ball games. The boys JV game starts at 4 o'clock. Followed by the girls varsity game at 5:30, and then at 7 o'clock will be the boys varsity game tomorrow night, so you'll definitely want to tune in for that one. So we're going to turn it back to KSTK, and we'll be back in about 9.5 minutes.
Okay, we're just about ready to start the second half. And in the first half, leading scorers for the Wrangell Wolves, we had 3 players with 8 points each. Decker, Easterly, and actually 2 players with 8 points each, and Ashley Olsen leading scorer with 9 points.
No,
turnovers
that have been killing the Glacier Bears.
3-1.
They're only shooting 5% for the first half, too, while the Wrangell Wolves are shooting 47%.
So it's going to be Wrangell ball. And number 23, Martinson's taking the ball in. Martinson passes in to number 14. Coming down the top of the key, Wrangell has the ball. Wrangell at the top of the key, and we got number 14 driving in. Takes a shot, misses it, and the rebound is by Haddock for the Haines Glacier Bears. Williamson passes over to Wing. Wing tries a shot, and she gets fouled. And it looks like the foul is on number 14 for the Wolves, Craney. Wing's at the line. First one's up, no good. So the score is still 40-3. Wolves handily taking this. Wing's getting ready for her second one. Sets it up, and it's good. So Wing's on the board with 1 point. Wrangell bringing the ball down. Early passes it back to number 14, Craney. Craney's at the top of the key. Passes over to number 23 for Wrangell. Wrangell passes it into Olsen. Olsen goes up, it's no good. Rebound by Early. Early puts it back up, and it's good for 2 points. Boron's bringing it down the ball court for Haines. Williamson from the side, and it's 2 points. That's up and good for Williamson. That's her fourth for the night. And looks like we got a foul on Boron for the Glacier Bears. So number 23, Martinson's going to bring it in for Wrangell. Passes it in to Olsen. And Olsen is fouled by number 12 for the...
Yeah, that's Haddock. Yeah, and then Boron picked up her fourth, so both Glacier Bear gals coming, just not even getting in the well at 6:55 mark, not getting any time at all before they have to go back and sit down.
So Wrangell fills the ball in. It goes to number 14, Craney, back out to number 21, Balasek. 21 tries to bring it in on the side. Can't go. It goes into Olsen. Olsen's bouncing off of Haddock in the lead, and she puts it up and in for 2. Olsen's got 11 for the night. Wing's bringing it down for the Glacier Bears. Passes it over to Williamson. She tries a side shot. No good. Rebound by Thomas, and she loses the ball, and it's picked up by Olsen. Wrangell's bringing it down the court. Number 23 goes up, shoots, and it's good. Martinson has got 6 points for the Wolves. Glacier Bears are bringing it down. Wings passes down to Williamson. Williamson tries just inside the 3. It's no good, and rebounds by Early. Back out to Craney. Craney passes it over to number 23, Martinson, bringing it down at the top of the key. Martinson looks, passes it into Olsen. Olsen's going for the basket, turns around. She's called with a offensive foul. That was an offensive foul, right, on Olsen?
Yeah. She spun around and didn't give any room, and actually there were 2 Haines Glacier Bear girls standing on the floor, or laying on the floor when she got done with that move.
I think that's Olsen's first. Wings bringing it down for the Glacier Bears. Passes it off to Fisher. Fisher passes into Wing. Wing tries it from the side, no good. And Williamson tries it from the other side, no good. 2 Glacier Bears come down, grab the ball, and they turn it over. We got an injury Got a player down.
Yeah, two gals went after that, and they both ended on the floor, rolled around, and of course the ball went out of bounds right then. So
is that Haddock down there? On the
no, I think it's Thomas. 14 and he is on the floor right now. So the gals are coming back over, and we'll see here. Coach is out there checking with her for a minute here, but officials are there. 5:25 to go, 46-6. There's other games going on. Craig and Petersburg are matched up here, playing some ball games. Metlakatla's up in Cordova playing, and I was talking to Coach Lori Brown, and she's kind of curious to see how that matchup's going to come there. They've watched Cordova play a couple times, but they were just kind of interested to see how that match came about. So those games are going on this weekend too. Our Glacier Bears are going to leave for a long trip here. Leave on Monday, won't be back till the following Monday. And the Wrangell have home games, so if you're there in Wrangell, you want to go down and check those games out. They'll definitely be this weekend.
So Thomas gets up and walks off on her own power. It's hard to tell where she's hurting at. She hit an elbow or what. But it's Wrangell ball coming down at the head of the keys. Number 23 puts it up, and it's good. 2 points. That's 8 points for Martinson.
Yeah, she's doing a nice job handling the ball for him.
So Wing brings it down, passes it over to Williamson on the side. Williamson looks, tries to shoot, passes it back out to top of the key. They're trying to come around to the other side. Wing takes the three-pointer. It's an air ball picked up by number 21, Balansak. And Wrangell has the ball at the top of the key. Passes it in. Olsen gets it off of a missed pass there. Puts it up. It's no good. And we have a foul. Got a foul on number 10, Wheeler, I think. So it's Wrangell ball on the baseline. Martinson will take it in. Passes it in to Craney. Craney's right there for an easy shot. She's got 3 points for the game. So Wing is bringing it down. She's at the top of the key for the Glacier Bears. Tries to pass it over to Whittemore. It's tapped out. That pass was deflected by the Wolves, but Whittemore got a hand on it before it went out, so it's Wrangell ball again. So Martinson is bringing the ball down for the Wolves. Coming across the half-court line. Passes over to Craney, and it is pass it over to Craney. Craney bounced it out. It was a turnover. So Wrangell Glacier Bears have the ball at the top of the key. Wing's bringing it down for the Glacier Bears. Passes over to Williamson on the side. She looks like she's almost fouled by Early. She tries a side shot, no good. And the ball is kicked out of bounds by one of the Glacier Bears. I believe it's going to be nope, it's Glacier Bear ball on the end. So from the baseline, passed out to the top of the key for Whittemore, but it's picked off by Martin. Wrangell has the ball at the top of the key. And Early has the ball, comes around the other side, it's not going to go. Passes back out to number 21. 21's driving in, and she's tripped from behind by Whittemore. So Blanzak gets stripped, and she's going to be going to the foul line. Nope, we're not in the bonus yet. So Balasek has the ball, passes into Early. Early can't grab it. It's picked up by number 21. 21 passes it over to number 23, Martinson, and she's fouled. So we got 5 fouls on the Glacier Bears. Martinson's got the ball at the baseline. She passes in to Early. Early's blocked by Wing. That shot does not go. Rebound's picked up by number 21, Balasek. And Balasek passes it into Martinson. Martinson goes, tries to get a shot off, but she's fouled. And so she's going to the line. Who's that foul on, Lyle?
It's on number 31. That's her second foul. That'll be Fisher.
First shot's up and good. Martinson puts the second one up. It's off the top of the rim, and rebound was tried for by number 10, Wheeler, but I believe she was fouled by Olsen over the back. Is that right?
Yeah, that's what it looked. Yep, they give it to Olsen, number 43. That's her second personal foul.
So Glacier Bear ball. Again, Wings winning it down across half court. Wolves are playing a zone. Try to penetrate. We tried to get it into the middle, and it got tied up. Carney ties the ball up, but it's going to go to the Glacier Bears. Glacier Bears put it in. Wing puts it into the side, and it's passed off, and the Wolves pick it off again. Another turnover by the Glacier Bears. So number 21, Blasek, passes off to Craney. Craney's got it at the top of the key. Back over to Martinson. Martinson's at the top of the key, tries driving in, goes all the way in, and makes the lay-in. Went right through everybody. That's 11 points for Martinson. Wings bringing the ball down for Glacier Bears again. We got 2:43. The score is 453-6. And the pass is deflected by number 21, Balasek, so it's going to be Glacier ball on the side. Cook's coming in for number...
for Fisher,
Coming in for Fisher, yeah. So Whittemore has a ball for Glacier Bears at the top of the key. Tries to penetrate, brings it back around to Cook. Cook tries to pass it off to Williamson, loses the ball, but it looks like we got a 3-second call on that.
No, it's a foul on Martinson. That is her first personal foul.
Glacier Bear ball on the end. So Wing passes it to Cook or to Whittemore. Whittemore tries to bat it back from the other side of the court, and it goes out of bounds. So number 23, Martinson's going to be bringing it in for the Wolves. Martinson into Craney. Craney's at the top of the key. Passes back to Martinson. Martinson goes all the way around to the other side and goes up with an easy lay-in. So that's 13 points for Martinson. Wing is bringing the ball down again for Glacier Bears. There's 2 minutes left in this quarter. Passes up to Cook. Cook's coming around to the side, up at the top of the key. Passes into Wing. Wing goes up for a shot. No good. Rebound by Early. Early passes it off to Martinson, and we have a timeout, it looks like.
It's like Coach Brown's going to take the timeout. She wants a 30-second timeout here, so give us a chance to catch up. The Wrangell, the Wolves put up 10 shots so far, got 7 of those to go. Of course, it's pretty hard. Well, I not say it's hard. It's pretty difficult to miss them when you get lay-ins out of it, though, and that's what the Wolves have been able to do is work it down inside, especially Martinson going right to the hoop, getting those buckets. But Olsen's done a nice job, too. She's got 11 points in the ball game. Martinson has 20 or 13 points, but pretty easy shooting. Glacier Bears in this quarter are 1 for 3, only getting 3 shots up. Turning the ball over, of course, too many times makes it difficult.
Okay, so here we go. It is Wrangell ball at the half-court line. And we have number 23, Martinson, passing off to 21. 21 comes to the top of the key, back out to Craney. Craney passes over to Early. Early comes around. They're just pretty much passing back and forth at the top of the key. Early has the ball at the top of the key, looking for Olsen, decides to drive in to the free throw line. Doesn't go. Back over to number 21. 21 passes off to Craney. Craney's hit hard from behind by Whittemore. And that's going to be a foul.
And we're 1-and-1 opportunity here now. So
let's see. Whittemore, that's her second. If we're up to date on that. So Craney's at the line.
That's Whittemore's 4th foul.
Is that right?
No.
First one's up and good. And so she gets to shoot this bonus. Craney delivers the second one, nothing but net. So it's Glacier Bear ball. And we've got number 14 bringing it down for the Glacier Bears. Passes off to Williamson. Williamson drives in, takes the shot, and is fouled. Shot's no good. She'll be at the line for 2. And who was that foul on, Lyle?
That's number 14. So that'll be 14. That'll be Kearney, and that picks up her 3rd personal foul. And Williamson gets the first one to go. Nothing but net on that one.
Second one's up, and it's nothing but net also. So Avery's up to 6 points, and it's Wrangell ball. So Martinson's bringing the ball down for the Wolves. Looks over to the side, passes it into Olsen. Olsen tries to get it, and it's knocked out by the Glacier Bears. Tries to get it to Craney. So Wolves ball on the baseline. Martinson's going to take it in. They're stacked up. Martinson's looking for somebody to be open. She tries to get it to Early. Early does get it. Passes it out to Balasek. Balasek's just holding it out. Passes it over to Martinson. Martinson passes it into Olsen. Olsen passes it back to Martinson. Really good team play there. And it's up and good for 2. Wings bring the ball down for, there's 39 seconds left for the Glacier Bears. Williamson's drives to the baseline, tries a fader, no good. It's picked up by Martinson. Martinson is bringing the ball down across half court. There's only 24 seconds left in this quarter. Passes it over to Craney. Craney sees a lane, but she stops, passes it back out to Early. Early goes in, threatens to shoot, passes it back out to Craney. Craney over to Martinson. Martinson looking at Balasek. Back out to Early at the top of the key. Good passing around, and Craney takes a long one from outside, almost goes in. She gets her own rebound, tries it again, no good. So that'll end the quarter 8-59. Wrangell taking a commanding lead and holding it since early in the game.
All right, well, with the score 59-8, like Dean just said here, we're going to turn it back to Cascade Studios for 1 minute. We'll be back in 1 minute. Welcome back to Glacier Bear basketball. Glacier Bears only 1 for 5 opportunities in that third period of play at 20%, while the Wrangell Wolves put up 13 shots, got 8 of those to go for 61%. Pretty hard to beat a team when they're shooting 61%.
Yeah, and then put the defense that they're putting on them and the amount of turnovers that they're causing. That's pretty much the story for the night.
Well, we want to remind folks that these two teams will be playing again tomorrow, so you'll want to make sure you tune in for that one probably around 5:30, and then the boys' game will be around 7, and we'll recap everything at the end of this ball game.
Martinson has the ball for the Wolves. She drives right to the basket right off the bat, and she gets 2. She's up to 16 points for the night. Glacier Bear ball coming down. Got Boron on the wing, passes into Williamson. Swings it around to Cook on the other side. Cook Cook tries to get it in to the middle, can't go. It's picked off by the Wrangell again. Another turnover. Martinson brings it down for the Wolves. Martinson's got it at the top of the key. Passes over to Balasek. Balasek passes out to Early. Early drives. Decides to hold off. Passes it back out at the top of the key. It's picked off by Williamson. Williamson's going on the fast break. Up and no good. She's fouled by, I think, Craney.
Yeah, Carney picks up her 4th personal foul there.
Yep, that's her 4th. So Williamson's at the line. First one's up. Off the back of the rim, no good. Williamson's lining up on their second shot. It is up and good. So it's Wrangell ball. Carney's going to be bringing it in to Martinson. Martinson's bringing it down across half court. Glacier Bears are going man-to-man. Martinson has the ball at the top of the key, passes it into Olsen. Olsen passes it back out to Balasek. Balasek out to Olsen. Olsen's looking. Wings right on her. Passes to Martinson. Almost stole by Boron. Back out to Early. Early puts the pressure on at the top of the key. No good. Passes back off to Martinson. Martinson passes it into Olsen. Olsen pivots. Tries to go. Doesn't. Gives it to Early. Early's in the middle of the key. No good. And it's batted out by Williamson. So it's going to be Wrangell ball on the baseline. Martinson's going to bring it in for Wrangell. She's looking towards Early. Early comes around through the middle. It's no good, and we got a foul away from the ball, I believe. Who's that on?
I was on 43. That'll be Olsen. That's her 3rd personal foul.
So Glacier Bears have the ball. Boron's bringing it across half court. She goes down to the far side, looks in the middle, tries to get it in. It's back out to Thomas. Over to Wing. Wing passes to the far side. Boron's looking for a 3. Threatens, drives in, tries to make it. No good. She's fouled by Olsen, it looks like. So that's Olsen's 4th.
That's on 21. That's Bonsag. That's her 1st personal foul according to the clock up there.
Oh, okay.
Of course, at this point we have a running clock, so they don't stop the clock for foul shots now or anything other than timeouts.
So Boron's going for a second. It's up and good. That puts her on the board with 1 point. Martinson has the ball. Got 4 minutes left in the game. Passes off to Craney. Craney back to Martinson. Martinson up at the top of the keys. Puts a little pressure to get in. Passes it back to Balancek. Back out to Olsen. Olsen passes to Early. Early's right at the basket, but brings it back out to the top of the key. Craney has it. Craney drives. Passes to Olsen. Olsen passes it to Martinson. Martinson swings around, tries to drive towards the basket, but passes it back out to Craney. So Wrangell, they're just taking their time, looking for a look. Early has the ball at the top of the key. They're driving in towards the basket, back out to the top of the key to Olsen. Olsen looks, and it's picked off by Wing. Wing's going on the fast break. She goes up and in. It's good. So Wrangell has the ball again. There's 3 minutes left. Scores 12-61. Martinson has the ball. Passes it into Olsen at the baseline. Olsen tries to pass it out to, and it's picked off by Williamson. Williamson's going all the way down and takes it all the way to the hoop and makes it. That's 9 points for Williamson. And we have a timeout. Full timeout.
All right, it's a full timeout. So with Wrangell leading 61-14, we'll turn it back to KSTK for 1 minute. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Okay, here we are. It's 2:52 left in the fourth quarter, with the Wrangell Wolves leading the Glacier Bears 61-14. Wrangell ball. Cranny is bringing it down across half court. We got a running clock. Cranny has that at the top of the key. Looking at Martinson. Decides not to pass it. Tries to go to the other side. No good. Early has it. Early's coming around the side. Can't go. She's stuck at the top of the key and has a hard time getting it off, but she gets it to Olsen. Olsen looks and passes it to Cranny. Tries a shot. It just bounced off the backboard. Glacier Bears have the ball. Boron's running right for the hoop. Goes in and she's fouled. So that is Olsen's fourth foul. So Boron's at the line. Her first one's up. No good, off the back of the rim. Boron's at the line again. Dribble in, looking. Takes a shot. Oh, in and out. And rebound by Early. So Early's bringing the ball down, passes off to Martinson. Martinson comes across half court. Looking to the side, passes it into Olsen. Olsen's holding it, looking for somebody to pass it to. Passes it out to Blonzog. And it's picked off by Williamson. Williamson's coming down across the court. Looking to the middle of for the Glacier Bears. Goes back out to Bowen at the top. Swings it over to Wing on the side. And Williamson takes a shot. And is that two? Williamson makes it from the side. Just inside the three-point line. So Wolves ball, the clock running, there's only a minute left. Olsen has the ball on the wing, passes it into Cranny. She tries, and she's fouled by Wing. So Rain Wing, that's her third foul. That'll take Cranny to the line. 45 seconds left. We've got a running clock. First one's up, and it's good. Nothing but net. And Cranny shoots the second one. It's up and good. Nothing but net again. 2 for 2 on that. And Cranny's up to 7 points. Wing has the ball for the Glacier Bears. 22 seconds left in the game. Boron passes off to Williamson. Williamson brings it around the wing. Takes a look. Takes the shot from the wing. No good. Off the backboard. Wrangell has the ball. Martinson's bringing it down. There's only 7 seconds left. And passes it off. Almost picked up by Wing. And we got a foul.
Okay, and that'll be ending the basketball game here. So we'll recap things here for you real quick. Of course, this game here, 63-16. Dean, maybe you can run across the scoring there real quick. This is unofficial scoring, of course.
Unofficial, yes.
But anyway, we'll give it a go.
For the Wolves, we've got Decker with 8. We've got Easterly with 8. Harding with 4. And Olsen with 11. And Martinson with 16. And Cranny with 7. And for the Glacier Bears,